amigos. Welcome to the very sad story of how I've been trying all day long to do buñuelos, and the results are catastrophic. I wanted to share with you guys this recipe because my grandmother taught me how to do buñuelos de rodilla, and I was pretty sure that I could nail this, and I totally didn't. Buñuelos are these deep fried dough sweet treats that we have here in Mexico during the festivities. You can find them as buñuelos de viento, which are this snowflake form type of buñuelos. As you can see, they're very thin. You can see the shadow of my hand right through the buñuelo. That's how thin they are. And they are covered with a mixture of cinnamon and sugar, and it is very tasty. And there are also buñuelos de rodilla. It is basically the same. It is that very paper thin, deep fried dough. But the process for doing this huge disc of deep fried dough is that you put a wet cloth on top of your knee, and then you start stretching the dough until you got the texture that you want. So once it's deep fried, you have like these beautiful huge bubbles because of the process of frying it. I don't know what I did with the dough that I totally messed up. This is like 10 sheets of paper instead of a paper thin texture. I obviously didn't get these huge bubbles that are very typical from the buñuelos. My bubbles are a lot more humble. Then once it's already deep fried, you have to cover it with this syrup that it is made out of piloncillo. It is very powerful in taste. It is very aromatic, and it gives another dimension of flavor to the buñuelo. That's why buñuelos de rodilla are my favorite. And I was thinking about sharing with you guys a recipe, but I messed up. Instead of sharing with you guys a recipe, I think it's only fair enough if you guys have a very good recipe for buñuelos de rodilla, please share it with me. I need it desperately because if my grandmother is seeing this from heaven, she's having like the biggest laugh ever. Anyhow, guys, I'll see you next week with something new to try here in Taste of Mexico. Please read the article if you want to know the origin of buñuelos. It is very interesting. It goes back hundreds of years. And I see you next week with something probably a lot easier for us to prepare and try here in Taste of Mexico.